Now, you guys remember that during the Hillary Clinton primary in 2015, 2016, where she was the leader, we were told over and over again, no, tried and true, Hillary Clinton is clear leader of the Democratic Party and everybody else should step aside, don't primary her, or primaries will hurt people, right? So whoever's in charge should stay in charge. Okay, now Bernie Sanders is the clear leader. He's the most popular politician in the country. So Democrats, of course, have completely changed their tune. I can give you dozens of examples. I'll just give you one from a recent op-ed in The Hill. All of a sudden, Kamala Harris can be, quote, the fresh face the party needs to excite its base, as well as critical swing voters again. When Bernie Sanders was the upstart challenger, he has no name recognition. We can't afford to take that chance. Now, Kamala Harris has no name recognition. Let's take that chance. We need a fresh face. Anybody but Bernie. Anybody but Bernie. Now you're wondering, why is Nancy Pelosi in the graphic? Because I was told that the Democratic Party is insistent on fresh faces. That's why we have to have a primary where we very, very aggressively challenge Bernie Sanders, who is, in my opinion, and the opinion of most people now, likely to run in 2020. So are they going to have the same opinion on Nancy Pelosi? Well, luckily, Chris Wallace asked to Nancy Pelosi. Let's find out.
There were 4 special House elections this spring in which there were Republican seats that were open because they took jobs in the Trump administration. Let me finish. In the Trump administration, and you lost all 4 of them. Some of your own Democratic colleagues in the House say part of the problem is that you and your leadership team are frankly too old. And the question I have is, do Democrats need new leaders with new ideas?
Well, let me just say this. Self-promotion is a terrible thing, but somebody's got to do it.
Exactly.
And I think that in the situation that we are in, I am a master legislator. I know the budget to the nth degree. I know the motivation of people. I respect the people who are in Congress. I think this is a great moment for those of us who understand what is at stake with the Affordable Care Act, what our possibilities are in terms of working together with the Republicans, as has been our experience in the past. So I feel very confident about the support I have in my caucus.
Now remember, if it's Hillary, we don't need fresh faces. If it's Bernie who's the leader, we need fresh faces right now, fresh faces. If it's Pelosi or Schumer, we don't need, or Hoyer, we don't need fresh faces. We definitely don't need fresh faces. Which one is it? Oh, it turns out it has nothing to do with fresh faces or not. It has nothing to do with the BS ideas you're putting out in the media. It has everything to do with the fact that Bernie Sanders would bring real change, and this is why they did all these focus groups. The Democrats did. And you know what the focus groups told them? We think you stand for the establishment and the elite. And they looked at that and go, oh, I wonder why that is. Maybe we should just do a new marketing gimmick. No, this is why. Because you say, no, I'm not gonna change. And if there's anybody for change, I'm gonna try to squash it. That's why they think you represent the establishment and the elite. But Nancy Pelosi, completely unbothered by that. Her earlier response was, well, that's because, of course I'm not going anywhere. I raised the most amount of money for the Democratic Party. God, these Democrats will never learn. What you just told people is, I am the one who organizes the most amount of legalized bribes for the Democratic Party. I know you don't think that way, and you find that charge outrageous. Oh, how dare you? You think we take those tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, eventually all the way up to billions of dollars, and we do something in return? Yes, whether I tell you that and you hate me or not, that's what the American people think. And by the way, yes, I also think that the American people are absolutely right about that. Wolf-pack.com to get money out of politics. But if you guys keep going around and saying you need fresh faces, when Bernie's running, great. Then let's get fresh faces all across Congress in leadership and primary the hell out of the establishment Democrats. Because they're never gonna learn the lesson. They learn nothing from their focus groups. Let's do a bunch of things that we know aren't gonna get done, but let's specific policies, Medicare for all. Oh no, not Medicare for all. Look, I was on a panel at Politicon over the weekend, and I mean, you could watch it for yourself, so I'll just tell you, Bob Shrum, good guy, this is never personal. I don't know Nancy Pelosi from Adam, I'm sure she's a lovely lady. Okay, I'm just talking about the system, okay? So Bob Shrum says, no, Nancy Pelosi, you have to give her credit. First of all, you have to give Schumer and the Senate Democrats credit for defeating the Trump healthcare proposal. It was polling at 17%. That's a super low bar. we kept our caucus together. If you can't keep your caucus together on a bill that's polling at 17%, I mean, man, damning with faint praise. Okay, now to the House side, well, you didn't win. They actually passed that legislation. He said, but to her credit, remember her wins in 2006. That was more than a decade ago. If I give her credit for that, can I give her discredit for nothing but wall-to-wall losses for the last 11 years? So all I'm asking for is consistency. So the next time you see anybody talking about fresh faces in the Democratic primary for president because they don't want Bernie, then say, hey, that's great. We love primaries and we can't wait to primary you guys. justicedemocrats.com/win. Okay, yes, we do need fresh faces, not because they're old, but that has nothing to do with it, but because they won't learn. All they ever do is lose to Republicans. They think if we raise money like them, but a little less, that'll be good news for us. No, that's disastrous news for you. So if you're not gonna beat Republicans, step aside already. If you like this video, you probably like independent media. The best way to support independent media, become a member of the Young Turks. tytnetwork.com/join.